The tribal chief just rewrote history, and you're not going to believe what this means for WrestleMania. What we witnessed wasn't just a victory. It was a statement. It was a declaration. Roman Reigns, the man who's held this industry hostage for over 1,000 days, just won the Royal Rumble, and the wrestling world is burning to the ground right now. If you think you know where this story is going, I'm telling you right now, you don't. This changes everything. Before we dive into the absolute chaos that just unfolded, I need you to understand something. This channel, SLAMZONE, we're a family. We break down the moments that matter, the matches that make history, and the stories that define careers. If you love wrestling the way I love wrestling, if you feel it in your bones when something truly special happens, then hit that subscribe button right now. Smash that notification bell because we're covering every twist, every turn, every earth-shattering moment as it happens. Your support means the world to me, and together, we're building something incredible here. Now, let me take you back to how this all started, because you need to understand the weight of what Roman Reigns just accomplished. The Royal Rumble, 30 superstars, one dream, one opportunity to main event WrestleMania. This is where careers are made. This is where legends are born. And this year, everyone, and I mean everyone, thought they had Roman figured out. The tribal chief has been unstoppable, yes. He's been dominant, absolutely. But the Royal Rumble? That's a different beast. That's chaos. That's unpredictability. You can't acknowledge your way out of 29 other competitors throwing everything they have at you. The arena was electric. You could feel the energy pulsing through every seat, every row, every corner of that building. Tens of thousands of fans on their feet, their voices shaking the rafters as the countdown began. 10, 9, 8, 7. The anticipation was suffocating. Who's number one? Who's number two? The Rumble is as much about luck as it is about skill, and everyone knows it. The buzzer sounds. The first competitor makes their entrance, and the crowd erupts. But this isn't about who started. This is about who finished. One by one, superstars entered that ring. Bodies flew over the top rope. Alliances formed and shattered in seconds. You're watching careers collide in real time. A young up-and-comer eliminates a veteran, and the torch gets passed whether anyone's ready or not. The ring fills up. 5 men, 8 men, 12 men. It's a war zone. Fists flying, bodies crashing, the sound of flesh hitting canvas echoing like thunder. And through it all, you're wondering, where's Roman? When is the tribal chief entering this madness? Then it happens. The countdown begins again, and the entire atmosphere shifts. You can feel it. That tribal drumbeat hits, and the building loses its mind. Some are cheering, some are booing so loud you'd think the building might collapse, but everyone, and I mean everyone, is reacting. Roman Reigns steps onto that stage, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, and he surveys the ring like a king looking at his kingdom. This man doesn't just walk to the ring. He commands attention with every step. The tribal chief has arrived, and the Royal Rumble just became his playground. Roman enters the ring, and immediately, everything changes. Superstars who were at each other's throats seconds ago now have to make a choice. Do you go after the biggest threat in the match? Do you try to eliminate the most dominant champion in modern history? Or do you stay smart, stay patient, and let someone else take that risk? Roman doesn't wait for them to decide. He unleashes fury. Superman punch to one competitor. Spear to another. Bodies are dropping, and Roman isn't just surviving, he's thriving. But here's where the story gets deeper, and this is what makes wrestling beautiful. Roman Reigns isn't just fighting for a WrestleMania main event. He's fighting to prove that he's not just the champion, he's the greatest of all time. For years, critics have said he's been handed everything. For years, people have questioned whether he truly earned his spot at the top. Tonight, in the Royal Rumble, there's no help from the bloodline. No Wiseman whispering strategy in his ear. No Usos running interference. This is Roman Reigns alone, and he's showing the world exactly who he is. The clock ticks down. More superstars enter. The ring is chaos. You've got high-flyers launching themselves off the ropes. You've got powerhouses trying to toss people like ragdolls. You've got veterans using every trick they've learned over decades. And in the middle of it all, Roman stands tall, methodically eliminating anyone who gets too close. Every Superman punch lands with the force of a sledgehammer. Every spear cuts through the competition like a blade. This is precision. This is dominance. This is the tribal chief doing what he does best. Then we get to the final 10. The energy in that arena reaches a fever pitch. Everyone still in that ring has a legitimate shot at winning this thing. Dreams are this close to becoming reality. You can see it in their eyes. The hunger. The desperation. The willingness to sacrifice everything for this one moment. Bodies are exhausted. Every move takes twice the effort. Every breath feels like fire in their lungs. But nobody quits. Nobody gives up. Because this is the Royal Rumble, and you fight until you physically can't anymore. The eliminations keep coming. 10 becomes 8. 8 becomes 6. And with every elimination, the tension builds. Who's going to WrestleMania? Who's going to stand in the center of that ring and point at the sign? Roman is still there, still standing, but he's not alone. Veterans who've done this before. Young lions who have everything to prove. Each one believes this is their moment, their time, their destiny. Now here's where I need you to do me a favor, because what I'm about to describe is going to blow your mind, and I want to make sure you're part of this community. If you're loving this breakdown, if you're feeling the intensity of what we're talking about, hit that like button right now. Subscribe to SLAMZONE and join the family. We're here every single week breaking down the moments that matter, the matches that make you jump out of your seat, the stories that remind you why you fell in love with wrestling in the first place. Your support keeps this channel alive, and I appreciate every single one of you who takes the time to engage. Drop a comment below and tell me what you thought when Roman's music hit. Now, let's get back to this incredible story. We're down to the final 4. The atmosphere is suffocating. Every person in that building is on their feet. You can't hear yourself think over the noise. These 4 competitors are battered, bruised, running on pure adrenaline and heart. Roman Reigns stands in one corner, chest heaving, sweat pouring down his face, but his eyes are locked. Focused. Determined. Across from him are 3 superstars who would give anything to throw him over the top rope and end his night. An alliance forms. It has to. Everyone in that ring knows that Roman is the biggest threat. 3 against 1. They rush him simultaneously, fists and boots flying from every angle. Roman fights back with everything he has, but the numbers game is brutal. He's getting overwhelmed. For the first time all night, the tribal chief looks vulnerable. The crowd is losing their minds, split down the middle. Half want to see Roman overcome impossible odds. Half want to see him finally fall. They've got Roman against the ropes. One superstar grabs his legs. Another is pushing from behind. The third is hammering punches to keep him stunned. Roman's going over. This is it. His feet are off the ground, inches from elimination. The crowd is screaming. And then, somehow, someway, Roman twists his body, hooks his arm around the top rope, and pulls himself back into the ring. The reversal is insane. The strength it takes to do that after 40+ minutes in the Rumble is superhuman. Roman lands back in the ring, and before anyone can react, he explodes with a Superman punch that nearly takes someone's head off. Down to 3. The pace is frantic now. Every move could be the last. Every strike could end someone's dream. There's a desperation in the air that's almost tangible. You can see these competitors digging deeper than they've ever dug before. They're throwing combinations they've never tried, taking risks they'd never normally take. Because when you're this close to the main event of WrestleMania, you throw caution to the wind and leave everything in that ring. Roman catches one competitor with a massive spear out of nowhere. The impact is devastating. While that superstar is down, Roman and the remaining competitor go head to head. This is personal now. You can see it in how they're trading blows. These aren't just punches. These are statements. This is about pride, about legacy, about proving who deserves to be here. The fight spills to the ropes. They're both teetering. One wrong move, one slip, and it's over. The crowd is at a decibel level that seems impossible. They're trading shots, each one trying to knock the other over. Roman gets the upper hand, grabs his opponent, and in one fluid motion, lifts and tosses them over the top rope. The elimination happens almost in slow motion. The superstar hits the floor, and the realization washes over them. They're out. They came so close, and it's over. We're down to 2. Roman Reigns and one final obstacle between him and WrestleMania. The crowd is absolutely unglued. Both men are running on fumes, pure willpower keeping them standing. They circle each other, and you can feel the weight of this moment. Everything has led to this. Years of blood, sweat, and tears. Sacrifices that people will never understand. Moments of doubt, moments of triumph, and now, this final test. They lock up in the center of the ring. Power against power. Will against will. Neither man is giving an inch. Roman pushes his opponent toward the ropes. The opponent reverses and pushes Roman back. It's a stalemate, and the tension is unbearable. Then Roman digs deep, channels everything he has left, and drives his opponent backward. They're at the ropes now. Roman is trying to lift. His opponent is fighting with everything they have to stay grounded. What happens next is something you have to see to believe. Roman gets his opponent up, muscles straining, veins popping, the effort written all over his face. He lifts them onto the top rope. They're trying to fight back, throwing elbows, trying to knock Roman away. But the tribal chief will not be denied. With one final surge of strength, Roman shoves his opponent over the top rope. They tumble to the floor, and the bell rings. Roman Reigns has won the Royal Rumble. The arena explodes. Whether you love him or hate him, you cannot deny what just happened. Roman Reigns, already the champion, has just punched his ticket to the main event of WrestleMania. The implications are staggering. Does he challenge for another title? Does he defend his own in the main event? What does this mean for the bloodline, for the entire WWE landscape? The questions are swirling, and nobody has answers yet. Roman stands in the center of the ring, arm raised, exhausted but victorious. You can see the emotion on his face. This wasn't just about winning. This was about proving that he belongs at the top, that he's earned everything he has, that he is, without question, the greatest of his generation. The confetti falls, the music blares, and the tribal chief stands tall, having conquered the most unpredictable match in wrestling. This is where legends are made, and tonight, Roman Reigns solidified his legacy. Before you go, I need you to do one thing for me. If this video gave you chills, if it made you feel like you were right there at ringside, hit that subscribe button, smash that like, drop a comment and tell me what you think happens next. Share this with your wrestling friends because SLAMZONE is the home for real wrestling talk, real emotion, and real passion. We're here every week, and I can't do this without you. Thank you for being part of this family. This is history. This is wrestling. And this is just the beginning of what's going to be an unforgettable road to WrestleMania.